Welcome back to the podcast. As promised, we got the phone line fixed now. As promised, Michael Buckheiser is on the other line. As you can hear, I don't know if you guys can hear that he's playing his Chiefs motto in the back, as we will call it, the tomahawk chalk down in Tallahassee for the Seminoles. Michael Buckheiser, welcome to the show.
Oh, thanks for having me, guys. It's a beautiful Friday, as we call it here in Kansas City, Red Friday. Chiefs home game. Town is painted in red. It's beautiful, beautiful sight.
Everybody finna get lit, huh?
Oh, we've been lit since Wednesday afternoon, man.
Oh, yeah. So that's what I'm talking about.
Let's be honest.
I agree, man. First home playoff win in Chiefs history. First AFC playoff game hosting for the Chiefs. We talked about that a little earlier. My co-host OG think that basically the Patriots is just going to dominate. They ain't got no chance. The Kansas City Chiefs got no chance. Tell him why he's wrong.
Okay,
that's what he said, Mike. That's what he said, Mike.
Okay,
that's what he said, Mike.
Well, anytime you hear words like that coming from a Chicago fan, you know they're not true.
Weeks in a row.
So shots fired, pop, right off the bat here. I mean, so like for a Chicago Bears fan to say that the Kansas City Chiefs have no chance rooting against the red and gold, rooting for Tom Brady, get out of here. You know the Patriots cannot go into Arrowhead Stadium, the loudest stadium in the world. The outdoor stadium, I should say, and a 6-degree outside temperature, and to truly think that Tom Brady's 40-year-old body is going to hold up in that cold and getting popped by D Ford in Houston all game long.
And I wanted to get Mike pumped up, OG. That's why I did that.
Look, Billy done stopped me up.
Because this morning, he sounded like he wanted to go Patriots. So I just wanted to wake him up and, let him know that his team is worthy, of those big.
Just to be fair, I have really not been on the Chiefs hype train like all year. Yes,
you haven't.
Yes,
you haven't.
Yes, I have been rooting for my Chiefs all year long, but when we picked a champions back in July or like August, I believe I actually had Oakland coming out of that, which is a crazy talk. Now.
And you had them losing the first game of the year.
That is correct
to the Chargers.
Yes,
and, that.
But you see, but after the year played on, you see why I picked the Chiefs to lose that game. But in a low-key type of way, I kind of knew the Chiefs were going to make it here, just like all year long. But I did not want to jinx that because you see what happens in Chicago when they say we are Super Bowl bound. We're Super Bowl bound. They lose to the Philadelphia Eagles in the first round.
Get them.
First round, y'all lose. So as a Kansas City Chiefs fan, you have to keep it low key. You have to stay humble. You have to stay humble until Friday afternoon when it is Red Friday. The Chiefs are home. We're going to destroy the Patriots. There's not going to be a chance. I was trying to be humble. It's not going to happen. Patrick Mahomes is going to go crazy. Eric Berry is starting. So
you're excited about that. You put that in the chat. You are excited about Eric Berry being back.
If you guys know anything about Eric Berry, this Eric Berry has been a heart and soul of the Kansas City Chiefs for going on 10+ years now. Back in 2015 or 16, he was diagnosed with cancer after the San Diego Chargers game. He came back a year later, beat cancer, had a stellar year, won the comeback player of the year, and then the following year he tore his Achilles, and he's been battling back from that like all year. He is finally 100% healthy, and what better time to step into a starting role against a New England Patriots team in the AFC Championship game.
Floor is yours, bro.
See, I wasn't gonna do this.
hype me up this morning. You done went up my Bears. Billy picked words in my mouth. You done got me shot up this morning, early this morning.
Hey, he was letting it go, wasn't he?
Yeah, he was letting it go on me. I was like, oh, I can't say much right now. But I remember somebody said, oh, my second team is the Cowboys. The Cowboys. They at home on the couch. They at home on the couch watching the game.
But 1 second. Who made it further in the playoffs, the Cowboys or the Bears?
but it means nothing now because they're at home. So
that's what I tell people, man. That's what I tell people.
Right.
And so now these Kansas City Chiefs, they about to feel the wrath of Bill Belichick and old Tom Brady. They about to feel, and
the
I'm talking
key word
old
there.
Tom Brady.
The key word there is old Tom Brady.
Old Tom Brady. They gonna feel the wrath of that man. And what I like about this game is that all the hype surrounding it. These offensive-minded teams. Oh, it's going to be a great shootout. It ain't going to be no shootout. Bill Belichick ain't going to lie that. We finna lock Tyreek Hill up.
What?
We about to put Stephon Gilmore all over. We about to blanket him.
Okay.
It's gonna be cold. It's gonna be cold over there in Arrowhead.
But it's gonna be a cold winter, huh?
But when we put that blanket on him, when we put that blanket on Tyreek Hill, he gonna be warm out there.
Yeah,
he gonna be warm.
Hey, you guys. Okay, I can give you taking away Tyreek Hill. How are you gonna take away Kelsey?
Kelsey. Oh, we just gonna chip him, bump him a little bit.
Okay.
We ain't really too much worried about it. We probably bring down the safety, drop him in the hole.
Right.
Drop in that hole for if Kelsey come across that middle.
Okay, so what about Sammy?
Sammy gonna have to show me something. He gonna have to show me something because that might be the X factor for the games. Sammy Watkins.
Okay,
he might be our X factor.
Okay, so you take away Hill, you take away Kelsey, you take away Sammy. What about a magical player that they picked up in a trade, Kelvin Benjamin?
Oh,
you guys forget about him. He is now integrated in that offense, and he is the X factor.
I tell you what, he better hope that he's integrated. And I love Kelvin Benjamin. Go Noles, always Seminoles for anything. But Kelvin Benjamin, he has the potential to be great in this offense because he's not looked upon as the guy that need to get things going. So Kelvin Benjamin could be a big key in this game. I think the key for any team to win. And I want to just get your take on this real quick, Mike. We're gonna jump to the NFC real quick, and then we're gonna come back to the Patriots and Chiefs. What do the because me and you both no, actually you picked the Rams.
Yeah, I did pick the Rams. I did
for that game, right? So tell the people why you picked the Rams in this game.
So I'm picking the Rams because I'm having faith in that big name defense to finally step up and kind of play what we expect them to be. They have so many big names on this defensive side of the ball to be as bad as they have been in the previous weeks. And they did play well against the Cowboys. I think Peters is finally fired up and motivated to play after going toe to toe with the old foe and Amari Cooper. So I think that defense side of the ball has finally woken up, saying, "Man, we're in an NFC Championship game against Drew Brees. We have to step up and play great." And I think that's why ultimately the Rams are going to win this game is because of that defense and all those big names finally are no longer overrated. They step up and they hold the Saints, down to 14, 12 points.
For Marcus Peters' sake, he better, or that gumbo gonna be cold.
That gumbo,
that gumbo ain't gonna taste right when you mad because you lost. OG, you got a question?
No, but speaking on gumbo, Calvin Benjamin need to slow down on eating, and he ain't gonna get nowhere eating that much. I'm sick of Calvin Benjamin. That dude big, man.
He is big because Kansas City barbecue is the best barbecue in the world.
Oh, all right. I take that. All right, you just fit the jump, man. But my main question, so besides, defensive play from the Rams, who do you think is going to be their X factor on offense?
So me and Hatton said this earlier. and we think it's the backfield of the Rams. So kind of that two-headed monster. Is C.J. Anderson going to have another great game like he did like against the Cowboys? Is Todd Gurley going to show up and play great too? So if I have to pick one X factor, it is going to be C.J. Anderson, just because I think he has to have a good game to keep that Saints offense off the field, so the Rams defense stays well high, maintained and ready to go.
Oh yeah, I definitely agree. As he just said, I think C.J. Anderson is going to play a big part in this game. C.J. Anderson, honestly speaking, I think in order for the Rams to win this game, they're going to have both guys rushing the football just like they done just like they did yesterday. I don't know if just one or the other is going to be able to beat them. Because I think that also helps Jared Goff's play action pass. So let me ask you this about your Kansas City Chiefs. It's documented, Brady's record in the cold. Is that really a big deal? Or do you think, because to me, I think sometimes they benefit sometimes from playing warm weather teams, and they ain't used to playing in the cold.
Right.
Do you think, just your opinion, do you think that cold really matters?
So the cold, it does play an effect on warm weather teams like a San Diego, like a Miami, even Tampa Bay, or like teams that play in a dome, such as the Cowboys and Saints. So yes,
Colts,
yeah, like in Colts. So yes, cold weather does have an effect on those teams, but Kansas City plays outside in the cold just like they play in the cold. But this is a different type of cold. This is the coldest game that Tom Brady has ever played in. So I believe before this game, the coldest he has ever played in is 25 degrees and snow. So I really feel like once you get below that 20, 15 degree mark, there is no other cold that can ever prepare you for this whatsoever. So the weather has a factor when you're playing warm teams that cannot prep in this. But the Chiefs and Patriots both have been practicing outside and they're cold. It won't be a deciding factor one way or the other, except for when Houston and Ford hit Tom Brady's old body.
Don't be taking shots at Tom Brady now.
I'm not taking shots.
We got that TB12 method. We don't need no cold to prepare us. We got an old personal trainer that's going to prepare us for this cold. With TB12 method out here.
Okay, so
we played until the 60s.
So your TB12 method is going to acupuncture the cold away?
Oh yeah, we got little doctor. You know what he's doing,
right? Yeah, he's like a little witch doctor is going to sacrifice a horse or something.
Hey, whatever it takes, takes.
So let me ask you guys. Let me ask you guys this right here before we get out of here. And Mike, you can go first, and then OG, you can follow. The Carolina Panthers are considering shutting down Cam Newton for the 2019-2020 season. And do you think that this is a tactic to push Cam Newton out, or do you think this is a tactic to preserve the Carolina Panthers franchise? Mike.
So I think it is a tale of two stories here. So I think they are going to do what the Colts did with Andrew Luck. They're going to shut him down for a full year, find a coach that they want, and then they're going to get a top overall pick. Maybe they're going to bring in a number one receiver. Maybe they're going to bring in some offensive line. And then once Cam Newton is healthy, he has a number one overall pick to go alongside with him. And the Panthers are just like the Colts. They are hitting their stride. They have Cam Newton fully healthy, still in his prime, still one of the top 10 quarterbacks in the league with a number one overall receiver or a great offensive lineman to protect him. So I think this is a way for the Carolina Panthers to get their coach out, like without saying you really aren't our guy. Like they want a reason to.
So
to
you
fire
think
him.
Riverboat Ron is on his final stance in Carolina?
Yeah, I truly thought he was going to be gone when the Panthers were like officially eliminated from the playoff race, but I was wrong there.
So here it is, Billy. I told you this. I told you this was coming. I told you this. I said Cam Newton either gonna get traded or something gonna happen. I was like, Cam Newton ain't finna be their quarterback no more. I think this is just to get Cam out there. If you look at this Carolina team, they have an aging defense. They have Julius Peppers still on the field. Julius Peppers. Like, come on, man. Julius Peppers like at least 40.
Wasn't this the same Julius Peppers that played for the Bears a couple years ago?
Yeah. He played
I'm
for
just
us.
saying.
But he was 38 then, huh?
Right.
Yeah. And gave us minimum production. I don't even want to talk about that. But if you look at this defense, they have an aging defense, man. Thomas Senior, age. Luke Kuechly. Luke Kuechly's about done with his career. And
Concussions. He's had a lot of concussions.
He has a lot of concussions, man. So if we look at that defensive side of things, and then their quarterbacks, they're horrible. They are horrible. Ever since they lost Josh Norman, they are horrible on the defensive side of the ball. This move to me is just to get Cam out, get some new guys and some fresh faces in. Because, let's face it, they're not going to win a championship with Cam Newton out there. They're not going to do it because the team doesn't compliment him at all.
So just to add to your point there, so why not sit a Cam Newton down for a full 4 year in his prime while they rebuild that other side of the ball?
But we know how Cam is, though. Cam is kind of like his own man on the field. At least that's how they perceive it. He kind of does his thing, you know. And
he does it well, though.
Yeah, and he does it well. And I believe that's a problem with that organization because they don't have any like control over him. They don't really have control over him. And for them to say, "Hey Cam, you know we're going to sit you down this season," I don't think he's going to like that at all.
And to add to that, Mike, now I will be with you, Mike, had they took the Andrew Luck approach. They're not taking the Andrew Luck approach because they said we gonna have to get another quarterback.
Mm-hmm.
So they already trying to, and he was like, well, I don't know if that's through the draft. Well, now they're already coming up with that excuse to go ahead and, in my opinion, to go ahead and push Cam Newton out. Because if you are going to sit Cam Newton down for a year and rest him because his shoulder is messed up, well, look at what Andrew Luck did this year with a 4-year rest. I agree with that part, with that part. But to say that you need to go get that you're probably going to have to go get another quarterback, that already lets me know the writing is on the wall, that they are trying to go ahead and move on from the Cam Newton era. Because what other reason would you need to go get a quarterback for?
Because who is their backup?
Well, who was the Colts' backup?
Briscoe. Yeah.
My point. Nobody even knew. Jacoby Brissett started
here
and there.
No, you know him because he was a backup to Tom Brady.
Big Ben and Big Ben.
Yeah.
So
listen,
hey, you know Brissett ain't no chump now. He's to go in there and win games.
He's not good.
Come on, though. He ain't no chump.
He's not a good quarterback.
Billy, come on, Billy.
He's not a good quarterback. I watched this guy. He's okay. I watched him enough. I watched him enough at NC State, and to his credit, he beat Florida State a couple times.
Tore him up.
But he's average. He's not trash. I get it. He's not trash, but he's an average quarterback. Because if he wasn't an average quarterback, he wouldn't still be taking backup roles in every team that he go to.
Well, Cam Newton,
good quarterbacks don't continue to take backup.
Well, Cam Newton has been playing average since the Super Bowl loss. I must say it. He's been playing average.
But who has he had to throw the ball to? He got Devin Funchess, a guy who hands like bricks. His best receiver this year was a rookie in DJ Moore. I mean, I honestly don't know what else they could have did on offense. And you said it yourself, an aging defense, so they can't stop anybody. So Cam Newton has never had the pieces to be successful since he's been there. They traded away his number one option. Well, his number one offensive line option now that plays for the Kansas City Chiefs and Kelvin Benjamin. And then they went to the Super Bowl the year after they traded him. And since then, they haven't been able to put pieces around him. I just think the writing is on the wall for Cam Newton, and I think what they are doing, Tepper, the new GM, the new owner over there, I think he's trying to push Cam Newton out the door because there would be really, honestly, no reason for you to draft a quarterback. That makes no sense to me. Cam Newton is still in his 20s.
Yeah,
he's still in his 20s.
So you guys keep talking about this aging other side of the ball. You're talking about Luke being concussion prone, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. So why would you waste picks in the draft for a quarterback when you can just sit Cam Newton down for the season, get him nice and healthy, pick strictly on the other side of the ball, like in the draft, maybe go find a receiver, Antonio Brown.
But you're agreeing with us.
Yeah.
The point is the GM said that they're probably going to have to go get a quarterback. Not the GM, I'm sorry. The owner said that they're probably going to have to go get a quarterback because they're thinking about shutting him down.
And the thing is, I don't think, and getting someone like Antonio Brown down there, I don't think the Carolina Panthers can handle two divas. One in Cam Newton and the other Antonio Brown. They cannot handle that. No.
Hey, if you win, that cures all, man.
They have Kyle Allen. They have Kyle Allen as the backup quarterback, so that's no different than having Jacoby Brissett. Two guys that's unproven.
You gonna stop disrespecting Jacoby. Jacoby done won some big games now.
No, but yeah.
Anytime you beat Florida State, you have to be above average, right?
Exactly.
No, statistically, historically, we've had trouble with NC State teams. It's just
Billy,
something about them.
I am trying to praise your Florida State team right now, and you're not. You're not letting it happen.
Well, because in praising my Seminoles, you're giving Jacoby Brissett too much credit, and I don't think he deserves that much credit. So I'm having to bring it back a tad bit. But you have Kyle Allen. No, he's not a potential MVP candidate. But like I said, he's no worse than Jacoby Brissett, and it's only for one season. As long as you shore up that defensive side of the ball, start getting younger over there on that side of the ball, you can kind of get away. Listen, Jacksonville Jaguars played with Blake Bortles and Cody Kessler. Buffalo Bills had Josh Allen and Nathan Peterman and
who else? Just keep naming them.
the quarterback from USC a few years ago.
Yeah.
The Washington Redskins played this year after Alex Smith with Colt McCoy, Josh Johnson, and Mark Sanchez. Kyle Allen, I think can do a little bit better. So why would you need to draft a quarterback? That's my only problem. Why would he need to draft a quarterback if Cam Newton is going to be healthy? Or you're assuming he's going to be healthy when he comes back.
Cam Newton days are numbered over there. I said it probably about 2 weeks ago.
You did.
I said his days are numbered over there. I was like, I just feel like they're numbered.
Okay, so if you trade Cam or cut him or sit him on the bench and let him rot, who do you think a good quarterback would fit at Carolina?
I'm not sure.
Get Carolina Jameis Winston.
No.
Give him Jameis Winston. Give him Jameis Winston and see what Jameis will do in Carolina.
I think whoever they get. Go ahead, Mike.
I wouldn't be surprised if Colin Kaepernick's name gets talked around out there.
Oh, Cap ain't playing in the league no more. That's done.
Isn't Carolina the team that picked up the other guy that was dealing Kaepernick too?
Yeah.
But it's different. It's different for that situation because he's just following suit. People hold Kaepernick solely responsible for any of the anthem protests, and the likelihood of a quarterback not playing 3 years and getting on the NFL roster, that's unheard of.
Mark Sanchez,
Mark Sanchez also don't have a grievance case against the NFL. Mark Sanchez. Go ahead.
Well,
no, go ahead.
I'm gonna go here real quick, but Mark Sanchez has proven to be horrible, and I don't get why these teams. Yeah, the famous butt fumble. and teams continue to pick this guy on the roster, I'm about to go try out to be a bad
Hey,
quarterback.
he does have 4 playoff wins.
Man.
You know, road playoff wins.
True.
But he is trash. But Kaepernick he already have the stigma that he's not a true pocket passer. So everybody says that they have to change. They would have to change their offense for him.
But is Cam a true pocket passer though?
No, he's not.
Exactly. So he would fit perfectly in there, right? That they wouldn't have to change a whole lot.
Would you want Eric Reed and Colin Kaepernick? They already probably didn't want to draft Eric Reed. I don't know if.
To be honest, I think Kyler Murray from Oklahoma would fit perfect in there.
Dude, that's a good pick.
I think even that system pairing him up with a Christian McCaffrey, I like that pick. Now that's a better pick, Mike. The Kaepernick one, I'm not sure because Kaepernick is not he's not a terrible passer.
I'm not saying he would land there, but his name would definitely be thrown around that job because of the type of player that he was.
And that's what I'm saying. The same thing about Jameis, because Tampa Bay, let's face it, they got a quarterback crisis down there too. They don't know what they're gonna do, and we all know Jameis is one mistake away from being off that team over there.
And if they just signed
he's only 24 years old.
Extension, I thought they just signed him to like an extension.
And they ddid. They signed him to an extension. I can't remember how much money it was, but I remember watching Hard Knocks, and I remember seeing him signed to an extension.
Well,
but none of that matters now. None of that matters now because of the play he has been giving them and the absence of him to that team being a leader of the offense. None of that.
And
matters.
you have Bruce Arians. And you have Bruce Arians, a new coach, a new regime. He probably want to get his own guys in there. So I think Jameis' days is numbered in Tampa Bay. I've said this a long time ago. I think that it'll be better for him to get out of Texas. I mean, to get out of Florida because he's so used. It's too close to Alabama. It's too much. It's too easy for him to get in trouble there. So for me, I would like to see Jameis kind of move locales. I like the Carolina Panthers move, but I just think it's wrong how they're doing Cam Newton. Especially if they're talking about drafting the quarterback just because he's going to be gone one season. I think the writing is pretty much on the wall for Cam Newton, and I think he's probably seeing his last days in Carolina.
So I don't feel bad for Cam. I don't feel bad for Cam Newton.
Yeah,
I
don't feel bad either. But do you guys think that the Panthers ownership is ruining his trade value by them saying, "Hey, we're going to sit you down for the whole year because you're hurt"? What can they get out of a hurt quarterback that we don't know if he's going to be back healthy?
But if they sit him out though, Mike, and he gets healthy. Now we got a healthy Cam.
Now we're looking at Andrew Luck.
Now we're looking at Andrew Luck.
But at the same time, that is almost like drafting a quarterback in the draft. You don't know if he's going to pan out.
That is true. If he's going to come back from that injury the same, because most people, they can't bounce back. But I think with Cam, he's such a great athlete. He could bounce back from just about anything. I remember when he had that car accident. And
didn't even have a scratch on him.
And he came
That's
back.
a big boy.
He came back like nothing really happened.
I think he is going to bounce into a tight end role if he keeps it up.
I don't know about that. I think, but I do think that his days is numbered in Carolina. But that's going to be it for today's show, guys. Michael Buckheister, I appreciate you as always, my man, for continuing to download the podcast as he play. His Kansas City Chiefs music there. Bro, you want to take us up out of here? Michael, before we get out of here, Mike, do you have anything that you want to add before we get out of here?
Hey, guys, no matter the outcome of this week's championship games, I think the ideal Super Bowl in, everybody's eyes is KC versus Rams or the Saints versus Patriots. So if the Saints win, I think everybody's going to be rooting for the Patriots. If the Rams win, everybody's going to be rooting for the Chiefs. So,
you heard it here first. Michael Buckheister, Just for Clicks podcast. Mornings with Mike. Bro, you want to take us up out of here?
Oh, yeah. As always, be kind, love one another. I'm OG Raw signing off. This is Unpopular Opinion. Mike, thank you, brother.
See you guys on Monday.